Okay, I'm live. Hey, everybody. I'm gonna wait for my chatters to line up here. So if you are watching this recording on YouTube, you may want to skip ahead a little. And meanwhile, I'll just talk to myself and we can get started. I want to try to do, I'm not going to try, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a collage using some of these Gelli prints we made for the iStencil sale. Hey, Julie, welcome from Wisconsin. That's a new name. And Dot, hey, how are you? I'm going to use some of these Gelli prints we made. This is when I ran off the rails throwing, hey, CB, Larloo. These prints are foils, and I was putting gold leaf on my Gelli plate. I'm sure you guys remember all this stuff, right? So I need to make some ATCs. Hey, Jean. For my Etsy orders. So I thought I would use some of these and some other stuff. Hey, Pamela, welcome. Hey, Kat. Love to have first timers here. So I'm just going to take a piece of watercolor paper. This is just Strathmore. It's nothing fancy. I use this when I make my ATCs that I put in as a thank you when I do ship my Etsy order. So I'm running low. Hey, Heather. Aloha. I'm going to, well, here I just noticed I cleaned out my water color jars. And forgot to put water back in one of them. But luckily, I have various bottles of Dasani sitting here that were partially used. Don't give me a reason to not run to the sink and use these bad boys. Oh, I just noticed something. What is that? Oh my goodness, look at this. A science experiment. That's my bleach in this little bottle. Yeah, that's going to have to go. Hey, Kath. Good to see you. So I'm going to get this water topped off. No, I haven't seen her, CB. I haven't seen her. I just carried it down with me. And down here tonight when I came back down, I haven't even been over here in this space for a long time. Hey, Linda. That seems like a new name to me, at least. Welcome. So I'm going to wet the whole paper. And I'm going to start with a base of watercolor. I'm just going to wet the whole thing and throw some random colors on here that I don't even have out yet. That's okay. All right, get a nice little sheen going here. And of course, I don't even have any watercolors out. What's wrong with that picture? I'll just grab the quickest palette. Hey, Braddy. This is just some of my favorites in this palette that I did a while back. There. I have a project in mind of how I'm going to, should I say inventory? Thanks, CB. Well, it's true. Oh, for Xandra, yeah. I texted Xandra just before I got on, and she said they were out to dinner. She would either be late or have to catch it later. Hey, Judy. All right, I'm just going to throw some colors down here. Just covering up the background of the paper. This is Lunar Blue. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to switch sides here. This is awkward. Lunar blue, that's the black mixed with blue that separates. Now, keep in mind this collage, for those of you just joining, Gail, oh, I feel so much more secure now. Gail is here, and Gail. I am not doing a collage that would be something that you'd want to frame. What I'm doing is going to be something that I'm going to cut up for ATCs. So I'm going to overdo it with stuff. I'm not going to worry about having a focal point or anything like that. I'm just going to overdo it because when they get cut up, then they all look pretty cool. I'm just going to add some more water there and let that have its way together. Another last minute decision to stream. And of course, this camera's backwards, but that's okay. That's okay. Look at this shocker of a color. I got to be mindful of how these are going to blend and look when they're cut up. I've never done it like that with adding water over and over again. Oh, yeah, I've taken Dina's classes before, Julie. Were you in class with, do you live near Xander? Was it you that said that you found this through Xander? I'm just throwing some rose gold in here because I can. No other reason. Just some random little stuff. I'm so used to doing this on Yupo, it doesn't, I don't get the same pizzazz when I do it on just, hello, think, watercolor paper. It doesn't move like it does on Yupo. That's Mayan dark. Look at you. Of course, these are going to dry lighter than what you see them, which is probably a good thing because I'm going to go layers and layers and layers over top of this stuff. Oh, I forgot what that color is. Oh, amethyst. We can do amethyst. Genuine. Oh, so I started to tell you about, let me set some water on there. Amethyst is one of the harder ones to re-wet. A way to inventory my watercolors. I was watching, was it Karen Campbell, I think her name was? And I had never watched her before, and she came up on one of my searches for doing swatches and getting organized with watercolors. I have more than any one person would ever need. It's ridiculous, but I have them. And she did this video where she was, she took a set of dot cards, right? Basically cut them in strips this way, and then taped each strip to a piece of paper that was, she cut it up in smaller pieces. I got a different idea of how I'm going to do it, and then swatched them out and then put them in a little binding, one ring in the corner. Crafty Shack Jude, hi, welcome. I'm just throwing watercolor down on some paper right now with no real thought, rhyme, or reason. I just want to get some background color. And watch this all end up too dark. I need to mix up some more rose gold. God forbid I don't have a petri dish full of it. That's what I was going to start doing tonight. And then I thought, no, you know what? I need to make a collage. Anyway, so I should just do that while I have the time. Patty, do you wet the paper first? That's not a dumb question. You can do it either way, depending on the look that you want. And I'm doing wet on wet, where I am wetting the paper first, so that I see a lot of those runs happening there where it just kind of shoots out. I want it to be a very wispy background. I don't want it to be, you know, nothing even. I want it very abstract and wobbly and I must agree, Gayla. So anyway, this doesn't look like they match. Well, they do kind of match. But where they are and what colors they are not going to matter here in a little bit. People that are real watercolorists probably having a stroke whenever they watch me. What the hell is she doing? She doesn't know. Just relax. Just relax. It's going to be all right. This is a moissanite. This is comes out a little bit lighter. It's one of the natural stones. And I know how I'm going to cut this up, because I usually get like 4 or 5 across this way. So 2.5 and 3.5 as an ATC. So they're going to all get caught up. What was I doing? I must have not thinking, just throwing stuff. Did that liquefy yet? Probably have to use that out of the tube. Yeah, that's really hard. That's a really pretty color when you get it out of the tube, and that's not coming out of the tube there. So we'll move on to something else. Ooh, that's pretty, Prussian green. Just throw a little rose gold in there for a little sparkle, kind of randomly. I have a magic heat gun. I'm going to throw some spots of rose gold on here. And another little layer. See, this is already dry right there. That lunar blue is so cool. That's one of my faves. It's a Daniel Smith color for those who might want to ask, but don't know. Jean will have a stroke if she dials in here while I'm splatting right off the bat. Okay. Most of this is going to be anyway, so I don't get too bothered by how it looks at this point. He can. Or not. Maybe I should actually plug it in first. That would be a splendid idea. But yeah, some of these edges that I don't like right here, I can just cover those up with some of the jelly prints and some of the other papers that are going to go down on them. Look at that lunar blue in the corner. How cool that is. Still can't get used to this camera being backwards. Hey, Cam. Oh. You got to be careful of that combination, Pam. Gayla, were you asking me about that because the watercolors will react whenever I put something wet on the top? Or are you just wondering if it was gonna dry it or not and how long it was gonna take? Yeah, that's what I thought, Brady. You know, they're probably gonna get cut this way. Rows going down, so first I'm gonna have curly paper. Yeah, I just usually they didn't very much the last few times that I've done that, Gayla. They didn't react, even though I'm putting matte medium on there, I guess because it's thicker and I don't really scrub it so that it can re-wet. So anyway, that's what we got right now. Just a bunch of splats and kind of looks like a whale. So anywho, let me rinse this brush out a little bit more. All right, put you over there. Get my brush for this. And now let's see what we have in the pile of jelly prints that could possibly work with this one. And I'm using my favorite color, so you know something's got to work. Jelly prints everywhere. All right, so these are some of the jelly prints from the eye stencil sale when I went a little Lulu with the gold leaf on my jelly plate, as you may recall. So that orange might look kind of good blended in there. These were kind of wild. I might throw a couple of those in there. Oh, this one. Look at you. Oh, what did Pam find? This one kind of curled up. These are just on black copy paper that I get on Amazon. So that would work pretty much anywhere on there. I think I'll use this one to get the orange out of there and throw some orange on there for contrast, right? That one. And this was just a cleanup print, but it came out pretty scrumptious. I might put some strips of that in there. You don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. And that dark purple, maybe. These, no. That's a maybe. I got some other ones over here. Have a little peruse through here real quick. This one came out really cool. Oh, wow. Old Japanese card, postcards. Cool. That one might be okay. Takes me a minute here to figure out which ones I want to incorporate. That one came out pretty cool, but the colors are too much alike. I really like how shiny that one is. It's got kind of pink in it. Oh, here's that rose gold blocks. Yeah. Oh, maybe a little black Papa foil pictograph in there. It's a shame I didn't do that pull on the other deli that takes the Daddy Van so well. This is the heavier deli that okay. I have way more than I will ever need to play with here. Yeah. Yes, they are going to shine. Okay. So let's, I don't want everything this dark or this crazy on here. Let's do this. I know I'm going to cut a couple of these out of here. I don't want to go down the middle here, but I'm gonna try to keep this piece of paper together, but I'm gonna, because I want some of these with a lot of the foil on there. I'll take 3. 3 is a good number, right? Let's do 3 of those. Aren't your toes this morning? Are you making fun of Tam? Not nice. All right, so I'm not a very good fussy cutter, but I'm going to leave the finest black line around these. This is about as fussy as my cutting's ever going to get. I don't have the patience to do anything that takes a lot of time. It's not good, but that's the truth. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a black so it looks like it's kind of outlined and won't just blend right into the background colors. Hey, Elon. Pardon me while I'm not looking at chat and looking down so I don't lop off a finger or lop one of these surfboards in half. All right, one more. I really do like how these came out though, with the gold leaf on the jelly plate. Do make a mess, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, which would also make a mess. All right, get rid of these scraps. Oh, thanks. I do too, Gala. I really like those. So I'm just looking at slapping them down wherever. I gotta move these. They're gonna get in my brushing area. Can't have that. Move these out of the way. And I have some really cool papers that people gave me, and then from the art weekend, and that I showed when I showed my gifts the other day. That I could probably cut up in here. Where's that tissue? Pretty sure some of this could find its way in there. Right? Hi, Chris. This I'm not sure of. That yellow's kind of not. Okay. I'm just using Utrecht matte medium. Oh, I was able to open it. I must have put Vaseline in the lid last time. Usually not that lucky. Okay, so now I strategically place these like anywhere. But if I happen to see a place that I don't really like, then I try to cover that up. Or if I see a big blotch that would be boring when you cut it up. Oh, for God's sake, really? You got to go bye-byes. That idiot came in here one other time, so we'll bid him a fond farewell. Okay. Sure. So that's kind of dark, and I wanted to start up here, but I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe I'll start over here. And I put some one way and then lay some another way. Oh, that looks good on that light blue. Yeah, I remember that name from before. Anything with that has that one of the words in there ain't gonna be good. I don't even want them here. That's all I'm saying. This is pretty down here too, though. I like this blended line here. Blow them out. That's what I say. I kind of like this through here, through this lighter color. And like I said before, it's not going to be, there's no rhyme or reason to where these are going to go. Let's just do that. More gluing and less yapping. Put this down to catch some of the excess matte medium. But see, I think this is why, Gail, it doesn't get too reactivated, because what I'm putting down is going to stay where I put it. It's not going to be. And then I'll just put a little bit over top. This brush is a little on the stiff side. Fab gift certificate. Oh, bless your heart. I just put some on the top to get that smushed down pretty good. Let's get this one down. And I can see a tiniest bit of greenish color in my brush, but I don't care because it's going to get hidden. These are all acrylics that are on these prints from the Gelli plate, so they're not going to go anywhere. I think I'm going to try out StreamYard. Has anybody participated in one of those live? I did. I was on Kathy's, but I was able just to get on it for a few minutes. I'm trying to watch where I'm going to put this because I know how these are going to end up cut here. So that'll hit at least three of them when I cut these up. But I was thinking I could take turns with StreamYard. You can have several people on camera with you. And I was thinking I'd do, see who wants to go on and do art while I'm live and, in those little Brady Bunch kind of windows. Hey, what program am I using now? I'm not using anything. I just went straight live from YouTube through my camera. I was using Minicam, but something happened with YouTube that the setup changed, and now I can't use Minicam. I haven't had time to figure it out yet. Yeah, I keep hearing good reports about StreamYard, CB. Still working out some kinks, I'm sure. But see, now what I'm doing here, everything is backwards to me. You guys are seeing this the right orientation, like this is my right hand. But to me, and I showed this on screen before, it looks like it's my left hand. So whenever I go to reach to pick something up, I'm reaching over here. I'm off the right side of my screen and it's showing on the left side to me, off camera. So it's a little awkward, but I'll figure it out. So do I want to get more orange in there, or is that the right? That might be the right. I might need an orange surfboard. Where are they? Where are you at, orange surfboard? Oh Lord, now I got to cut more. Yeah, the Minicam flipped my end, looking straight, using my direct out to my camera. Which made it really nice. Of course, then I have to have another window open, which I don't really care about that. That's the way I did it for, I don't know, however long I've been on YouTube. And all of a sudden, Minicam not working anymore. And I know you can download one of the softwares that's a, what is it called? Like OBX, which I honestly cannot be bothered with. Dot, do you stream? Am I missing something? Or you probably stream during the day, of course, while I'm at work. That might be too much of the same shape. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought the orange was going to work with that, but it's not. It's not the greatest orange, is it? I don't know. That jury's still out on that one. Let's try a couple of these long skinny strips here. You've been too busy. I hear you. These are much easier to cut up than the surfboards. Let's just do this. Sorry for the cutting on screen. If you're on YouTube watching the recording, you might want to zip ahead. But I don't do this ahead of time because I don't know what I want to put down until I put the first thing down. Ayala Art, welcome. So let's see. Let's get a couple of these and see where we are. Again, I'm leaving a little, well, not there, I'm not. A little tiny, little bit of black on there. Oh, look at that. Maybe I can do these like this. Let's see what that'll look like. Leaving that whole strip of black. Bring a little pop of black with me when I do it. What's that look like? Instead of just that. And see, I could put this like down here, and it's going to show in about 3 different cards. 2.5 at least. And that's kind of blah there. However, if I throw that through the middle of it, maybe not. So again, for the ones just popping in, I'm not totally crazy. I know this doesn't look like it's going to have a decent layout, but I'm not making a collage to frame it. I'm making it to cut it up into ATCs. Okay, hon.
I know you'll forget them.
I say hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Hey, everybody.
Dave says hi.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Is that my little okie doke coming down here?
Come on.
Oh, great. Keep your paws out of this. Come here. You want to say hi to the ladies? Aunt CB's on and Aunt Gayla.
Okay.
Come here. Boo-boo. Oakley. What's Mommy got? Come here and see Mama.
Come on.
Come here.
Come here.
Come over here. Let me see you. Oh, he's got 4 million pairs. How rude. See? Yeah, he's camera shy. 8 o'clock. Yep, it's time for his 8 o'clock treat. So this doesn't look as fabulous as I imagined in my head, but we're going to keep plowing through because that's what we do. And just keep slinging her down and something brilliant might happen or not. It's only one of many, many layers. Oh, I put that one. No, that wasn't too bright. Should I do that? Put that against that turquoise. That looks kind of pretty. Try, maybe it did, Ayala, try hitting your refresh button or hit the live button down at the bottom of your window and see if you catch up live again, and maybe that'll straighten it out. So I want to hopefully get enough of this done that I can cut these up tonight to show you the result. If I don't get that far, I will post pictures of them when they're cut up, so you can see the madness. In action. Yep. Oh, that didn't work out so good. Trying to get slick and run my scissors down through there. Not working. Okay, let's just tear it and be done with it, shall we? Patti, haven't used ManyHim in a while. Just tried it out and it seems to be okay here. Oh, okay. Maybe they fixed whatever the problem is. Oh, I don't know about Dave. Oh, he's all right. He's a good guy. Bless his heart. I'm going to cut this in little strips. Maybe just tear it a little bit. I don't want such straight edges. All right, let's see. Where am I going to put something like this? Let's put it over there, maybe. I don't know how much of that's going to disappear. We shall see. My workspace gets so messy with this glue everywhere. Oop. Crap. There you go. I'm just going to go right over this one and right over that one. I think, yeah, this is going to disappear pretty much. the tissue and just leave the glittery bits behind. I don't remember where I got this. Who gave me something that was wrapped in this, or was it a gift itself? My memory's so shot. It's not good. Yeah, I know. I was working with Jean, and she said she couldn't find, she had to do more research. She couldn't figure out what had happened. So see how that kind of went away, and you see the sparkles there. When it dries, that should be pretty cool looking. Let's do more of that. Let's get some gold in here. Maybe since this is a straight edge, we'll just go right down over top of all this. That's what I'm going to do. And even though that looks like it's going to cover a wide area, it's translucent, and there will be more layers. All right. Is anybody down in Florida that's on the stream thinking about the hurricane making its way? Of course, I guess they don't know exactly where it's going yet, but hope it fizzles out, although they're saying it could get up to a 4 or 5 when it gains strength back over the warm water. So hoping it doesn't come to that. This is pretty cool stuff. I think she's 1 o'clock. Yeah, there you go. I did send Joan a note. Oh, hi, Claire. That tissue was in the bag I gave you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. I love this stuff. Look how it's coming out on this collage. Just adding a little bit of flicker in there. And that's going to pretty much dry translucent and just show that glittery bits through there. So I don't know how long you've been here, Claire, but you guys remember Claire from Maryland? She was only there to be with us there for the first day. Some of the Maryland girls are on here, Claire. Let's see. Let's just throw this little chunk in here somewhere. I'm going to cut this all up into ATCs, so it doesn't really matter where I put it right now. So pink. Where do I want to put pink? I'm trying to look for the most contrast in these little bits. It's really pretty in person. I don't know if it's showing up as well for you guys, but he's nice. And see, I can just put this right over top of all these because it's just going to go to nothing. Wonder what that would do if I daddy van that, if it really would get super duper translucent. We may try that at some point. All right, if anybody's asking me a question and I don't answer you, it's because I'm actually paying attention to what I'm doing, which I don't usually do. But in this stuff, I kind of got to look. Well, it's kind of happy. Let's see, what can I do with this? I wonder what that would look like if I just, because it's kind of just dark and bland. I'm picturing a card being cut out here, and it's basically just going to be purple. We can't have that. Let's just plop a big hunk of this tissue down there and see where that gets us. I'm going to flip that around and use the straight edge on the edge of the paper up here. Oops, that's a weather alert. But I don't think it's for here. That might be a hurricane update. This stuff is really cool. I like it. All right, let me get this piece of stickiness out of there. Barney and Andy. Has someone made a citizen's arrest? I got to get these paint boogers off my fingers. Hang on. Now. All right. Glue boogers everywhere already, and we're just started. All right, let's put a little heat gun on there. That's what I do to stall when I need to think. For those of you who don't know that, at least I'm honest about it. This was a napkin. I wonder if I took one ply of this and put some of those stripes. We got too many stripes though, don't we? Hang on. Let me think. The best kind, CB. Now I'm going to have to perform some sort of I don't know how I'm going to do this. I've got so much crap on this open drawer that I can't. I got the top drawer pulled out in the set of drawers. Category 4 at landfall. Good job. Look at all the colors in that one. I'm going to cover up too much stuff. I'm going to get in my black and white drawer. That's just tissue. I need the paper that I can punch. Hang on. I'm going in. Sweet Lord. Huh. Look how shiny that is. I bet a strip of that would look kind of cool throughout there. Wonder if I could punch that. It's deli. You can't really punch deli, can you? Oh, looky here. Some Daddy Van's pictographs. Come here to Mama. And they're silver. All right, maybe use a little bit of those. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. I bet it's in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, I forgot about this. This was somebody at work sent me some chocolates from somewhere. And look at that, little tiny checks. How cool would that look in there? Well, I bet I can punch. Well, I don't know if I can. I'm saying I bet I can. What the hell do I know? Let me have a little look-see with the punch. This the punch. Oh, remember this, that Linda Freyer, when she painted that bag, this was some of her jelly prints on tissue where she wiped off her stencils and stuff. Oh. Yes. Okay, so I don't. I can't see in this drawer is my problem. Here we go. This is enough. Okay, let me grab a punch. Or two. Oh, sat too long. I'm all jacked up. Not in a good way. Okay, this size. Will this do? What is this? A couple inch maybe? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. It might, Chris. Actually, I might try that. Just for gigs. This is like a thin cardstock. Let me. I guess it doesn't really matter where. I need to cut some of this off so I can reach it with the punch. Of course, that's only going to get me one punch. Let's just have a try. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, that worked. So I got little silver balls. Silver balls. That's not the right song, is it? That might put Gail in the holiday spirit. Okay, let's do this. Let's get a couple more of those. And a couple more stripe circles, which is what I was going to do anyway. So I'm getting a twofer. The molded shapes are made from, they're translucent, look like they might be resin. Patty, anytime you have thin paper, put a sheet of paper behind it to punch. I'm learning that, CB. It seems a little sticky, but it's okay. Oop, that didn't work so good. I have to trim those up a little bit. That's okay. That'll give me a little something. Hey, Maya. These have little spots on them. I think some of my Daddy Van's old stuff kind of leaked down there a little bit. All right, now let's see if I can do this. Oh, crap. Or not quite thick enough, but I can still save it. So I need something thicker. Here's a piece of cardstock. Let's try that. Oh, that doesn't want to punch that for some reason. It feels like it's breaking my punch. Oh, hell's bells. Why do I never see anybody else have this problem? Why? All right, that's enough of that for now. Enough of that nonsense. But I love this little black and white techie. Put that back in my keep forever drawer. All right, let's see what we got here now. I better put this on here for a little bit. I better put that in some water. Let me get myself figured out here what I'm going to do. Amalia, that piece of cheesecake you guys had was impressive. All right. Just these white ones. Don't need those. All right, let's see where we are. I'll dry this a little bit more. I should have done the whole background in lunar blue. It kind of looks like stone in person. All right, let me get a little bit of these pictographs cut up here. I'm going to try to put these on the darker bits since they're silver. These were embossed. And a little bit of Daddy Vans on there to make it more translucent. Oh, hi, Sheila. Welcome. Good to see you. Ish. Good to see your name in chat. Let's say that. All right, not paying attention right at the moment. I'll get these bad boys cut up. Oh, remind me to show you a picture of the baby. I'm going to go babysit with my brother and my nephew tomorrow. What could go wrong there? Chelsea's got a wedding to go to. Owen's going to be a ring bearer. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't know why I turn around this around and orient it the right way. All these are like writing, so I do want it to be upside right, sort of. Hang on, let's see. Last weekend, my brother called, and he and I went out in his boat all day, and my nephew, Zach. I didn't get home till after midnight. We had a full day of it. Where is that little bugger? Hang on. Look at this little face with her little tongue sticking out, grinning. Oh. Little rascal. He's a cute little fart. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Get some of the glue out of this brush. Some of the water out of the brush. See a little cutie patootie. Hey, Terry. All right. I really like these little checks. I might put strips of this down yet. I don't know. It needs some black and white pops. Oh, and the pictographs I got in here. What the hell? Okay. So let's, I need to find a dark spot, sort of, for some of these. It's kind of dark there. Put one there. And again, not looking for a focal point or anything to be even. I just want, these are all going to get cut up into 2.5 by 3.5 inch pieces. Put that right there. When it goes over this, it looks kind of good, actually. And over that black it would. I might put one there. I thought I had another one. Here it is. Here it is. Don't tell me. This is really dark up in here too. So I may, though I don't want to cover up a lot of that foil. That's going to go kind of translucent. Let's see what we got. All right. Yep. 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 There we go. There's one. And this one's not, well, let's see. I don't know. Kind of talk to myself like you guys aren't here. Kind of paper are the pictographs on? It's on deli paper, Amalia, that I put Daddy Vans on. So it got it pretty translucent. I think I'm going to put that right over that other surfboard. Where that's got a dark bit on it right there. Oops. Don't crinkle up on me. All right, now this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. Where do we put number 5? These are closer together. I can hit it on both sides of that, maybe. Let's do that. You know, I don't think it's Dixie wrap. But I can't swear to it. Because I think Dixie wrap would be even thinner than what this feels like. Although it's translucent like the Dixie wrap. Thought Daddy Vans might be involved. Polymer clay fix. I'm telling you, once you get started doing that stuff, it's a little cray-cray. So you can see them on there. Oh, again, the camera's backwards. So I have a hard time showing you what I'm talking about. All right, so some of these can just go randomly anywhere. Oh, this one's not glued down. That one's going to go randomly anywhere because it's not glued down. Silly girl. Okay, so where do I want to put, like this is a dead spot right there. That's what I'm looking at. Trying to find the dead spots. Again, I'm just splattering these anywhere. I'm not worried about Charlene's a culprit. That little rascal. They're on a trip right now in Europe. They were in Bath. See, these are almost too small. Well, that wasn't too bright, Miss Patricia. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Look at these. Ha! I just need to find out which punch. I'll punch those. The right size. The bigger one. I think it's this one. Oh, that's a little bit big. But I can put that flat edge like against here somewhere. No one will be the wiser. Maybe right there. Oh, Dave and I were home. Just got home from work yesterday. We were out on the deck, and our elderly neighbor came walking by our back driveway. For those guys that you were here, you'll know what I mean. Off the deck, that driveway in the back. She came walking by there at kind of a fast clip. She's 85 and she was on a cane, and she looked like she was in a panic, which she was. And she hollered over and said, "Dave, can you help me?" And I was like, "What's the matter?" And she said she just had gotten a call. Her granddaughter and her grandson's probably 12. Her granddaughter's a little bit older. They were riding their bicycles home from the library up on the road just before you turn onto our street. Some moron, looks like they said they thought they intentionally ran off the road. They were riding in the grass on the edge of this yard. They ran off the road, hit the girl on the bike, threw her off, bent the bike up, and missed the little boy, but he fell just out of the fright of it. And then they called the grandmother on her cell phone and told her, and she was trying to get to them. And anyway, it was a big she had to go to the hospital, and she's boogered up, but she's not too bad. So I don't know, Jean, my neighbor Jean, if you heard any of that or not. But Dave went up there and said there were fire trucks and cops and all kind of stuff there. And our neighbor was really kind of upset, and as she would be. But once her son wasn't home, so she didn't have a way to drive up there. She can't drive anymore. And she just thought she was going to have to walk all the way up there. And it's a pretty good hike because it wasn't right at the end of our street. It was down Severn Road a little bit. Anyway, she's back home, and she's boogered up. But now they're trying to, there was a couple pieces of the car left behind, and the cops said they were going to try to figure out who it was, but nobody knew. It must have been, let's see, what was yesterday? Wednesday. I would say probably around 5:30, something like that, Jean. I love this stark pop of black and white in here. It really does something for my eye. Yes, I like it. And they said that some other woman saw what happened, stopped, and said, "Are you guys all right?" And the girl said, "I think so." And she took off. Like, you'd think, being kids, you would have waited with them and tried to help them figure things out. Like, come on, what the hell are you people thinking? I don't understand people. So Dave went up, took her up there, and then he came back and he got the pickup truck and he went back up and then brought the grandson and the grandmother and the bikes back. And her father got the call, and he went right up there and was with her and went to the hospital with her. So Luckily, she wasn't. She could have been hurt a whole lot worse. Both of them could have been hurt. But still, somebody hit. If they did it intentionally, that's a completely different thing. But even if it was an accident, that they just wouldn't stop to make sure kids were okay is pretty friggin' low in my book. What the hell do I know? But I like these circles. This punch is just a smidge too big. I'm gonna get some of this trim off of here so I can get closer to the, oh shoot, now I cut too much off of that one. Because this is bigger than the design, so it's leaving a white edge around them. All right. Right, I know, but sadly, they exist. Let's see. Trying to make that flat edge kind of go away. It's not like you're going to see one from the other. Want to get them all whacked down to whatever it is I end up doing with these. Where was I going to put that one? I think up in here somewhere. Good enough. Let's slap her down there. It doesn't really matter. Is Oakley behaving? Oh, well, depends what time of day it is. And that's a very random answer because any one of the 24 hours, the answer could be no. See you later, Gene. He's better. He is better. But, he's got his moments where Mother's not thrilled with him. He can be a handful. He's just so rough. That's why I made him stay downstairs and behind the gate when you guys were here because, I was worried about Joan. And, well, not just Joan, but, others that were here that are, well, not too many people would want a 90-pound dog jumping on him and holding him down, looking him in the face like Dino the dinosaur. Hey, Vicky. Gala might possibly. CB definitely would. Here's a little dead spot here. Let's put you right there. All right. Paint buggers. You sure got out in the yard with Dave. Got your fill of a little booger. I mean, Oakley, not Dave. That's how rumors get started, CB. All right, I got to back away. Get off of there. Little piece of paper. We need a little something going on right in this vicinity. And this way, the way I'm scattering these, I'm hoping that each card, each ATC that I cut up is going to have a little hunk of this black and white on them. That's my strategy. That's why I always say you got to overdo it when you do it this way, because it's never enough. Oop. It's a little too much. Now, if I put this just right, I'll get a little on one card and one below it. This paper is 11 by 15, and I usually get 16 cards, 4 rows this way, and then cut up this way, and then an extra piece down one edge or the other. So let's do something like this. Let's cut this in half, have a little bit of this slipping over the edge down here. I'll cut that one crooked so the lines look a little wonky, but that's okay. Maybe I intended to do it like that. No, I didn't, but that's okay. Are you making these for a swap? No, just for thank you cards for when I send out Etsy orders, Amalia. All right. Put the lid on that for a minute. Let me put these. I didn't use any of those silver ones that I so strategically cut out, did I? It's not over yet. I may. All right. Hard time peeling yourself away from the onion dip. Yeah, I know. It's freaking me out. Oh my gosh, it does. It looks yeah, Chris, it looks like, oh my gosh, they look to me like they're picking up off the paper and separating. That's freaking me out, man. Isn't that wild? Talk about your 3D look. Okay, heat gun. Let's just dry this layer up here. I feel like I need to put a couple more of those on. Here and up here somewhere and up here. I think I'll make 3 more of those. Hang on. Do I have 3 more? Oh, I do. I do. All right, I might need to. 1960s. The Mod Squad. Get out of there. These are just, this is not the right size. Cutter. It is groovy. Might as well just cut them all out of there while I'm at it. I might make one all black and white. Put these all over that puppy. All right, where did I say I was going? Up in here somewhere, I think. All right, Claire, thanks for dropping in. It was great to see you in chat. And thanks again for the tissue paper and the goodies. Loving it. Hey, Azure. Welcome. All right, where did I say I was going to put that? Is that where I said? Oh, the hell with it. Let's just put it right there. All right. Ooh, that is kind of crazy when you pick it up there. Let's see when I turn it this way. I see where I need more up here. Put some Moody Blues in the background music. Oh, Gail, I bet you were a wildflower child in the 60s. I can just see it. So where do I want to put this one? I'm not wild about these, but these will look cool when you cut them up, I think. I shouldn't say that. I apologize, small checks. Got one all glued up here. I'm going to stick it somewhere. I am. I don't want to. What happens if I overlap there? Get a whole bunch of overlappage going there. All right, and then up here, I really think I need something else in here, don't I? Hey, let's do a smaller one. I can't cut straight for the life of me. Can't do it. Mind expansion. That didn't work. Where was I going to put that? Let's put it right there. I know that looks like it's too many. Look at that. It looks like the paper moves and they stay there. Isn't that wild? Is that what you guys are seeing? It's freaking me out, man. Yeah, up here we've got a little. Oh, what about one of these? Just a circle. Just a circle somewhere. Oh, how about around there? Oh, look at you. That's what I'm going to do with you to brighten you up a little. Turn it around again. Let's see, just that helps that little thing. I'm going to have to do that down here now. That's almost making me, I'm going to fall off my damn chair. All right, that's really going to be layered up down there. But I don't care. Psychedelic. Hey, Kimberly. Kayla's getting the munchies. Oh no. Oh no, did I flub that one up? It's starting to crinkle up on me. Let's put this little guy somewhere and let's call it a day because I'm going to fall off my chair pretty soon. All right, put this little fella somewhere. Right here. That's where you're going. A lot of wet spots on there right now. Where are you going to go, little fella? Right there. That's where you're going. Yes, you are. And this one, that is so wild looking. I might sit here all night and do that. I don't like that one there now that I did that. That's too clunky. I could put this over it, I guess, but I don't want to get too crazy. If I put this one here, I bet that'll make a really cool looking card with that out the corner. I don't know. We'll see. Lord knows I've been wrong before, but that's okay. The secret is keep trying. Okay. Get that out of the way for now. Get rid of my paint boogers. Hey, Kimberly, glad to have you here. So, yeah, isn't that weird? Ooh, wee. That was my lunch. That is so wild. Maybe I will frame it. Okay. Now, let me press on. I need some more stuff in the background. What is that stuff going to be, pray tell? No. I got an idea. Let's see. If I went, I don't think I can strip these off of here in a row. Can I? I can. Now the question is, how sheer? I don't know. That's a lot of stuff for a little bit of pop there. Although that's really pretty, isn't it? Huh. Well, just for giggles. Let a purple shine through. Make sure you're buckled up when you watch this one. Let me just try this and see what happens here. can still see too much of that white through there, I think. Let me let that sit there a minute. Let it stew. Oh, these might be good. I forgot I have these in here. These are like material, it's cloth, like washi tape. And here's a black and white one. Oh, it's very long. I didn't think they were this long. What does that look like cut through there, here and there? These littler pieces. Look at this one. I've had these for years. I don't know. Let's try a little hunk. Just a little hunk and see what it looks like. Well, come on now. Shoosh. All right. Oh, it's very sticky. Very sticky. I don't know. I might have too much on here now to go over something that it's definitely going to cover. Let's just put it down right there, just for gigs. Not wowing me. Here's turquoise, too matchy-matchy. Where's my black? Yeah, not wild about that right there. But again, it's going to get cut up, so I'm going to leave it. I wonder if I went diagonal. You know, one's going to get that bit, and it'll be running diagonal through some of them. Huh. Do I dare? Like right through here would be a good spot maybe to put it. Right next to that rose gold. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. All right, let's put this off to the side. I'll continue to dig. Because somewhere I have, oh, you know what? I just bought some this summer. When we went on our shopping spree, I bought some, oh, here's a piece. Here's a piece. Let's see, is this enough? Or am I even going to use it? This stuff. I think, can I pull this up without damage? Yeah, I'm not going to, oops. Now say, that's going to damage it. I'm going to leave it down. But let's see this. This gets real sheer that all you see are these very fuzzy, whatever that is, fibers. Let's call them fibers. And all the stuff in the middle kind of goes away. I want some that are kind of organic shapes, like this one here. Look at this one here, made just to go around the edge somewhere. There's a lawsuit. Lord only knows with you two. There probably should be on some level. All right, let's see. Let's see something here. Where do I have? I gotta back away from it. Ooh, that's a disturbingly dizzy. Okay, I could put one of these probably right there. And maybe one of these up there. All right. All right. The circles, I think they just mean I go in circles and I never get anywhere. That's okay. Field sobriety. All right. Is this going to hose me up or is it going to look cool? I'm going to try that one like right about there. All right, here goes nothing. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Kayla has a lot of bad words to write down if I say them. Although I think she likes that job. All right. Here we go. Gonna just do it. Gonna do it, gonna do it, gonna do it. See how sheer that gets in the middle? And all that pretty background is still there. This one, I might put this little guy like right there. I think I will. This really sucks up the matte medium too. Like a sponge. All right. Let's put you right there. Those circles are really crazy. Hey, Peg, did you ever get your stamps? As I say that, I'm thinking, was that Peg? I think it was Peg. Hey, Tanya. That's a new name. Welcome. Oh, you're welcome. You waited so patiently for those. I had to reorder and wait for that. And the art weekend put me back on shipping them. And I appreciate you waiting for them. Hope you like them. All right. They look kind of close together. But again, this is all getting cut up. So don't get too concerned about it. I don't get too attached to anything I glue down because I can always, if I really don't like it, I can always glue over it. Oh, shoot, look at that. All my stuff came off on this paper. How rude. And I like this one too because it was going to be really, Can I save it? Is it worth the struggle? And we'll try. Oops. Make it somewhat round. All right. Thanks, CB. I do too. And see this corner, I don't know. There's still like there's so much going on, but it feels kind of to me. Is that a word? It might be too much. Too much, too much, too much, too much. What's over here? Let's do that. Let's do that. This kind of edge. This is kind of I'll try to do better than All right. Put that right down on that edge. Wait a minute. That is backwards. Just put that on there. Hey, seeking. I forget. I'm so bad at these screen names. I know that's a familiar screen name, but I swear I don't remember your real name. Okay. Put a little bit more interest over there on that. That was that lunar black, which I love, but it's not my favorite little bit. Let's see. All right. I think, should I stop with that now? Stop while I'm ahead? You've been busy? I hear you. I still want to, I don't know. There's something here that I'm not wowed about. How about down here? That's kind of, let's do that. Cover up some of this one I don't like. I usually like those, but I think I like them when they're bigger. That's just too small for those big fat stripes. Too small a circle. All right. Put that on there. Oh, Martha. Aha. Now I remember. Well, I remember because I read CB say your name. I remember your name. I know who you are. All right. I'm going to stall with some heat gun until I figure out what I'm going to do next. You better go to bed, Dorothy. You're above you're past your curfew. Those circles are wild. It's like they stall, like the circles stay where they are on the camera and the rest of it moves and they kind of lag behind it a little bit. Is it just me? Night out. Oh no, you were really sick. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So really sorry to hear that, Martha. I'm glad you're better. I don't want to make these too thick so they're awkward to cut up. Yeah, I don't like that. It looks like a dead spot right there, doesn't it? Not liking that. What time is it? 9:17. All right. I'm going to put down some silver little marks with this PBO Artist pen. It's silver. What's it called? Brilliant Gloss Silver. And it really does look like chrome if you use it on the right surface. Some surfaces it absorbs into and gets a little bit more opaque looking. Actually, you know what? I might start one the next time. Just had a brilliant idea. By taking a sheet of this dotted tissue right over the watercolor paper and have that all in the background. And then start layers over top of that. Aha! Wonder what that would do. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, I'm just going to put some pops of this here and there. Get up here. This side here looks kind of dead, so I'm just going to do like a half a pop there. Little border down that edge of that one. All right. See how shiny that is? And up here, that could use something right up there. This is another good way to fill in the spots. I do them in 3s and 5s because I like it. I will tell you though, this pen does have an odor to it. So between the smell of this pen and these circles, freaking me out. And like here, I might just put one. Just a little pop of something. Something, something, something. This kind of dead through here. Put something there. Let's put something in the middle of this. And this is the 15 millimeter nib, and that's it's. I'm just putting an impression down there and getting the leaving its mark. I can kind of scatter these everywhere because I'm going to cut them up, as we have discussed many times tonight. All right. Oh my goodness, that sounds like an ordeal, Martha. Oh, terrible. That is a very weird sensation when I move this paper around. Let's cross over into the surfboard a little bit. Put a little something there. And even like little bits around here. Like something just doesn't. Let's go sideways with these. Right over that black. I'm going to put one on the end of this to kind of blur that end of that material there that looked a little frayed. All right, now this one I got to pull away from me so I can see where it could use another little pop of something. I'm just going to put one right there in the middle. Right there in the middle. Filling up the gaps. All right, I think that's good. Get in there. Okay. All right, heat gun. Stamp them some. The ones I had on that paper, they're too big at this point. Yeah, see, these are the ones I did on the jelly plate with the gold leaf. It's too lumpy now to put these on. Maybe I can stamp some somewhere. Can I? Let's see. So, stamps. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do it? I think they're too big. I don't think I have an area that I would be flat enough that I could stamp on. Maybe through there, over top of that. Oh, I heard a mess. I heard a beep. Was that for work? Hang on. Back to work, so. No. Thank you. Maybe, baby. I'll try one. If I wreck it, it'll just be one little area. Actually, I think I can do it right up there too. Let's try that. I'm going to turn it upside down because I want it oriented right. Now, where was my spot? I flipped it over and lost it. I think right through here, over top of this miscellaneous stuff. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's not very black. And this stays on. I'm not going to do that again. Not going to do that again. Night, Kimberly. Oh, Chris. Sorry. Night, Chris. That's not going to do what I want it to do. Now I am going to put, you guys that watch me know that when I do this, I take those tulip 3D paints and just kind of swirl them all over the place. But now I think tonight I'm going to let this dry, cut it up, and then I'll do the tulip stuff later, because if I do it tonight, I can't cut them up till like tomorrow. They get too, takes a long time for those 3D strips of that gooey stuff to cure. I gotta back away from that. What I think, I don't know. Oh, I need splats. Huh. The hell's going on here? We need some splats. No, it doesn't look right to me. So what are splats? Black? To get a little more black in there. We got a lot of shiny on there, so I might not need to make shiny splats. Black and white checks. So where would I put them now? The stamp, you mean? I don't have any flat surfaces. Linda, hit the try to hit the refresh button, or hit the live button on the bottom of the window where you see me, like down there somewhere. Maybe it's over here. I don't know. I'm backwards on here. And if you hit the live button, if the little light turns red, then you're live and caught up again. If it's lagging, it might be a little wonky. This might be a little wonky too. Yeah, I'm thinking black. You think black? Just plain old black splots? Let me try this while I'm sitting here thinking. Oh, she can still hear me, Carol. I didn't know for sure, actually, if you did or you didn't, depending on how gone she was. What the hell do I know? Rose gold spots? Or black? There's enough white on here. White. Yeah, you're back. I don't need black. I mean, I don't need more white. There's enough white on there. I think it could use some black. What do you guys think? Or will the black strips of the the 3D stuff be enough? Black or rose gold? Well, rose gold out here. Let's throw a little bit of that on there and see what happens. And if not, I can always add the black. But I need a nice fluffy brush. That's rather large. Let's try this one, see what I get. Yeah, they're I think the you can see the white a little bit on here, and I think it's just going to be, it's now got a lot of dimension to it, and to put that over here, they're going to be lumpy and kind of skewed. They won't be, and they're too far. If they were straight line like that, closer together, I'd stick strips in there somewhere, but it's not. So, my gosh, look how low I am on rose gold. How is that possible? All right, let's see what happens here. water. These can spatter up these plain white circles a little bit. Give it a little something to look at. Hello. It didn't show up much. We're gonna have to go black. Black. I'm gonna get my goldens. So it's already kind of a little fluidy. I need one of these. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do my little lids. I usually pop this lid in paint and pop that around. Rose gold is kind of lost in there. I have done it both ways, CB, but I usually do that when you guys are watching so I can show you what they look like cut up, because it has to cure overnight, so I never do it on the same time that I'm streaming. Red. Not feeling the red. I think that might be just the thing. I mean, what's too much, really, at this juncture? Do I make the black circles? Black circles? Well, hang on. Hold it right there. Hey, Rhonda, do I have any? I need to think of what I have in town. Oh, you know what? Hold on there. What about one of these Vivids? Let me do a couple runs around there with this and see what it looks like. Oop, that was a little bit excessive on the paint. Maybe it'll look great and I can use it all. All right, let's go like right here where I can get a pretty good grip on it. I think this looks okay. I'm just going to have at it. It's going to look like I'm going crazy. Work with me. Don't give up. Stuck around this long, you might as well wait it out. Each one, when I cut it up, is only going to have a little crisscross of this here and there. Trust me. Just trust me. Need some off the edges over here. Oh, shit. Dropped it. Doesn't really matter. Oh, good night, Martha. Take care of yourself. Keep feeling better. Good night. Oh, I don't know if that helped me or not, but they will be shiny when they dry, and then I'm going to have all this schmutz on the back of the paper. Okay, let's take on. I don't paint there yet. What if I can put that back in the bottle? Oh no, buffering. Oh no, not the dreaded buffer. Heat gun. Yeah, this is definitely going to need some black now. But I'm going to let it be the tulip stuff. Each layer that you add, it kind of pushes the previous layer back further. I can't believe it's Memorial Day. No, it's not. That's because it's not Memorial Day. You knucklehead. It's Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it's the Labor Day weekend. As Oakley would say, oh my goodness, where did the summer go? Are you guys been buffering a lot tonight? I know that sucks. That's miserable. I hate this stuff when it does that. That is pretty. It's got a really pretty shimmer. It's those Vivid Altars that have that two-tone shimmer of the primary elements in them. Now that layer made my circle stop doing that crazy thing. Oh, thanks, Monica. It's going to take a few more minutes to dry. Then I'm going to cut these bad boys up and call her a night. Some of these thicker bits, like up there, I can still see have a little tackiness to them. So you can hardly see the first surfboards I put down there now. I mean, you can see them, but they don't jump out at you. When you put that first layer on, they jump out at you and look like, oh, Lord, what did I do there? Why did I do that? But the more you put on it, let's see, this is kind of a dead spot right here. There's not much going on right there. So I'll have to hit that kind of heavy with the black stuff. Actually, I might put that on tonight after I cut it up. Mom's doing good, CD. Thank you. She had a couple little uneasy feelings this last weekend, and but nothing. She can't even describe it. So it's nothing that was an emergency, just out of sorts, I guess. But she's doing good. All right, let me put this down a minute. All right, that's getting there. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. Need some elbow room. Okay. Put this away. Clean one out here so you can see what I'm doing. I lay these down. All right. Yeah, so now that to my eye, that's like, woo, crazy busy. But that's what I wanted it to be. But you can see that two-tone or it's a deep purple with a more of a violet shimmer in it, I think it is. My handy dandy cutter upper. So now I'm going to cut this way. So they're 3.5 long. Down there, okay. All right. So now I kind of start looking at these. I know I'm going to lose some at the bottom and some on one of the edges. So this edge looks a little deader here than this edge does. But now, right now, this strip across here at the top, there's not much happening there, and there's a lot more happening on this edge. So I think I'm going to switch this way and go 3.5 this way. Get all those bottom bits in there. And now, let's go 3.5 this way again. Right. And then I got 3.5 to cut out of that. So I think I will take this 3.5 and get rid of this edge here. Oops, I'm the wrong way. And I like to pull it towards me instead of push it when it's this thick. The stuff's this thick on here. Right? But see, I mean, that's just a cool little piece of something there. So now I'm going to take all of these bits and I need to go 2.5, right? This way. That one's going to be a cool looking one. So see how this one gets part of the surfboard, part of the circle, a little bit of the glitter. I'm sorry, I can't get used to the camera going the wrong way. Some pictographs where this thumb, see, it's backwards, is. All right, let's see what we got here. So you can kind of decide which end is not that great. Oh, now which way is 3.5? A 3.5-inch square? It is indeed. So I can take it off of any edge. And I think, no, this edge. So, Lordy. Got my mind twisted up there for a minute. Nope, I gotta take more than that. Let's go this way. 2.5. And now I got this little bit left over. So I just keep doing that, cutting them all up, right? So this one, let me make sure this isn't an emergency. Hang on. All right. 2.5. And this was the corner I thought was going to be kind of dead, but yeah, there's quite a bit going on in there. Oh, there I hit that where you could see that glitter kind of shiny in there. And this is going to be cool with that lunar blue because I like lunar blue. So I think it looks cool. But see, you got the edge of the surfboard, some pictographs, the circles, the silver rectangles, a little of that fuzziness down here. See what I mean, Vern? So now what do I want to lose on this one? This is kind of cool here. Let's do that, 2.5. And I got another 3.5-inch square. So what do I want to lose on there? Pictograph. What is this? 3.5. That's not quite 3.5. That's 3.5. So the 2.5 has to come off of here. Let's go this way. I got to completely talk to myself when I do this. I started with 11 by 15, and I end up with 16 of these and the other bits. Two and a half. 2.5. 2.5. Let's do 2.5 right there. All right, one more. I like this light turquoise area down here. I know that's shocking to some people, but I just do. I can't help it. That's kind of boring. Boring. Let's try that. Is that 2? All right, now which way is this? 3.5. That's 3.5. So somewhere I got to take an edge off of here. Do it this way. All right. There we go. So here's what I got. Oh, Helen got the camera all knocked around. Sorry. You know what? I'm going to try something. Oh, thanks, Monica. Hang on. Let me see if I can control my camera to zoom in with this other piece of software. Where the hell is it? This one. Okay, let's see. Will this let me zoom in? Oh, it is. Hello. Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. So here's what I got. I'm not going to put them together like they were. They're more interesting when they're mixed up, actually. So what's that? 15, 16. Ta-da! I was right for a change. And then all these little bits over here. So now, it's not quite in the middle of that, is it? Well, let's just do this. Let me pull this sheet underneath of here out a little bit. Can I? Can I please? Oh, it's wet. How the hell did that get wet? Okay, so I'm trying to, when I go slinging this paint, I want to cover up as much as I can. Now tomorrow when this dries, or whenever I come back down here, because these streaks of black I'm going to put on here are all maybe I'm in too far. I'm in too far. They're going to be, strips. I'm going to have to take each one and trim all around the edges. And then I put black paint with one of those big 15 millimeter tip pens and just drag an edge around each card so that it looks like it's got a frame around it. Now, if I were fabric paints, is that? Oh, Jesus. Is that what I put you? Even though you are fabric paint, but no. Embossing, distress, punches, weight, foul inks. That's alcohol ink, tape, one. Where the hell is it? Embossing plates, glue stick, notepad. So, okay. Oh, here we go. All right, found it. Thank you. Never quite get organized enough. So I have black, I have gold, I have white, I have silver, but I think I'm just going to start with black and see where we get with the black. Because I think that's what it needs, a little bit of black. Why is my camera jacked up again? Hang on. I hate it when it's crooked. Okay. So now, this is the stuff I'm talking about. Tulip slick paint. Right? And this is the black. And I might only do, a few of these on there. I don't need to cover them, obviously. Let's get this going. So what I try to do is get this shaken down on the tube so I don't get any farting across the, you know what I mean, splats, and it get an air bubble in there and it splats instead of a long streak. So I want to try to make them kind of graceful, swooping streaks. But I'm going to start off the edge of the paper because you can't really start right on the edge. Never works. So here we go. Start squeezing out here and just do this and just do that. And see, I got a burp in there anyway. And you can kind of look and see where you're hitting and where you're not hitting and try to squiggle it. Like here, I got two going this way. Let's do something this way. Down there. I gotta see what I got. I don't have much there. That would help that one. I can try to start in the middle here if I only want to hit one edge of one that looks like it needs a little something, something. All right. This needs a straight up like that. That. All right. Back away from the black tulip paint. Now that looks like a real mess, doesn't it? And it is. But it does add a little something, something. Like this one here didn't have a whole lot of interest in it before that. But now with this, it gives it a little bit of dimension, some kind of streaky, straight-ish lines that kind of push everything back a layer. And it has a little more interest than it did. Wait a minute. There's a couple down here that look a little pitiful now that I'm looking at them. This one and that one needs a little something. All right. back away. So there we are. I'm not going to lay these out here. They're, I'll move it around. I'll lay them around the wet black splats of this. So there we go. All right, kids, it's almost 10 o'clock. That's about when I wanted to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and call her a night. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Once again, another impromptu last minute. What the hell? I think I'll stream. So that's always fun. Fun for me. Anyway, we'll see how these look another day. I'll see how what I'm talking about. This is connecting these. Now, these will all be like one web of these cards when I pick them up. So I'll have to go and cut all those little bits of the black off and then trim it with some black paint. And there you go. So, all right, guys, have a great holiday weekend. Hard to tell when I'll see you again, but I'll see you again. Thanks for hanging in. I appreciate it. Bye.